this is Jennifer of Plover Animation. I'm here to present to you Nobody's Listening VR experience on AltspaceVR. We are working with a nonprofit organization, Nobody's Listening, to commemorate the genocide of 2014 of the Yazidi people in northern Iraq. I hope you take the time to experience this space on AltspaceVR on your headset or on your browser, and take a chance to donate to the organization to recognize the survivors as well. We'll include information about these people featuring the artwork made by the survivors. We'll also include a call to action, just like in their real-life exhibition of their tree that lets you choose the ribbon of the type of action you want to see happening after your experience here. Thank you very much for your time. Take a look at the space.
Let's take a look around.
Okay. All right. Repeat again what you said about the seal and the landscaping.
Yeah. Yes, I love where Marsha placed this symbol, the Yazidi group symbol, the peacock, right here, right by the entrance, and it really brings color to this building, and it brings attention to the front door.
That's a beautiful emblem, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. She found a good picture of that one. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and see what other changes are in here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, good. These all pretty much where I imagined are what they directed, I should say. That Dijon said, oh, place these specific banners here. And yeah, you have to go all the way up here to read it, but that's like in real life too anyway. So yeah. At least it's in those 3 different languages, so it's inclusive.
I was actually pretty surprised at how clear it is. I mean, even if you have to get close to it, it's very easy to read.
Right, it's because it's a high resolution, so fortunately,
yeah.
I was able to pull that from him and give me, oh, what's this? Included globe.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. That's something I put in my galleries. It just comes with AltSpace. It's easy to do. And I thought it might be kind of nice, for when you bring people in, they can see where they are in the globe, or they can see where other people are, other visitors are.
Well, that's great. Is there a reason why it's so dark, or is there any way to...
Well, I can lighten it up. I just put it in there a
yeah.
few minutes ago, so I can lighten it.
Okay. This is way cooler than having just, something flat on the wall. It adds something more interactive. That's really cool. Maybe, should we include the rest of the organization?
Well, I can't place anything on there. It's only when people come in. Like you saw a thing when you came in that said, did you want to share your location?
Oh, now, okay.
Right, so if you share your location, then it pops up. So looks like there's 3 people here. Let's see, who's that third person? Marsha!
Marsha.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, how are you, Jen?
Fantastic. Yeah, love what you guys did with the place there with these recent changes. And I was just telling Dave about the peacock Yazidi symbol that you put on the outside of the door. That really was a good spot for that. And also in the environment too. That really makes it
super
pop up. Yeah. So that was a great job right there. So yeah, I'm just taking a look around. I was just pointing out to this globe right here. This is a really cool feature that when visitors come, their locations, if they opt in, appear on this globe.
That's, he uses that in his galleries, and it's interesting. We have people from all over the world, so it's always fun to come and check the map.
Yeah, and then you see people from India, Hawaii, New Zealand,
Africa,
Southeast Asia, Africa. Yeah, just it's really you look at it, you go, oh my gosh, and then you go and try to find the person.
Right? Can you click on the people, or can you click on this link here?
No.
I don't know.
No, you just get their name and then you go search for them.
Oh, so you have to type it in manually that way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least
so it's not really interactive at all.
Okay, so it's just, at least it's just visual.
Yeah.
Just to show, like, if there's like a group of students around the world or an organized nonprofit organization, and everyone, it would be cool to show, oh, hey, everyone's from this area to look at for amusement.
And we'll find a way to illuminate it too, so it'll be easier to see.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I think I like it. This is a really good spot for it. Okay, that's a good spot for the Yazidi flag next to the title. I think they like that there. Well, let me start from here, appropriately, I guess, for the flow of the gallery. Let's see, portraits of survivors. Yeah, these all are nice and high resolution. So yeah, it's almost pretty much duplicates or replicates the a real in real life gallery that they had.
Great.
And the readability here. So this came out great. And so did the pictures as well. It's testing. Good. The links look good. Okay. And then we continue here. Our lovely tree. Our call to action. How's that coming along? This
Dargon is supposed to meet with us sometime today.
You want to amplify yourself,
what did you
Marsha?
say, Marsha?
Dargon is supposed to meet with us, I believe, sometime today. He's working on it as we speak. And he contacted Dave and I that he's got things pretty well on the way. So we're anxious to see it too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's not ready.
That's amazing if we can get that function. Yeah.
Right. He's not ready to demonstrate it quite yet. This brings up something, though, that Marsha and I have both been thinking about. When you first come in the entry, as a matter of fact, let's go back there and take a look again. When you come in the entry and you're looking down this way, if there's anything behind that tree, it really disrupts your view. It's kind of throws you off a little bit. So I would like to leave that wall completely blank as much as possible. So when Dargon brings in the MRE for the application for the ribbons, probably we want to put it over here somewhere. So it means kind of jiggering things around a little bit. For one thing, I don't know what that donate button is supposed to do, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be clickable or.
Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to go to the nobodies-listening.com/donate page, and I forgot to send you the link, or I may not put it on the spreadsheet.
Okay.
I
don't
might
know how you can
suggest
do
the donate button be down there by the front door, so if you leave or anything, you see it there, or
I think by the front door is a good idea.
To the right
by the
side right here?
Yeah, or we could snuggle it in between these two things, or put it above the globe or above the door. Anywhere you think is a good idea. But it's we're going to need to make room, I think,
if
down
people come to look here, it would be visible right here.
Okay, maybe we should put it right here.
Okay.
Above the globe. Okay.
I can handle that.
Because then we got to still leave room for, Marsha, Dave, me, David Fletcher, anyone else who contributed for their credits up here. And I guess if you want to send me your short bios or just your descriptions.
Okay.
Very brief here with a headshot or just your avatar image, and then I can make the PNGs for that. You can do it that way.
All right.
Okay. It's at least within the area, this intro area.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let me go back over here because I was admiring area here. Okay. Listening. Okay, good. These images on the other side look good too. Yeah, this is so much information that you capture the full educational experience. Oh, I don't know if we're missing something here. If we should.
When I placed all of the information that you sent, these were left over. So if you want to add additional images or or information, there's 4 panels. One relatively large panel.
I have kind of a suggestion for this particular spot. As I have been so enthusiastically researching the Yazidis and their total history and the dig that they discovered in 1997, all of it is, I mean, I get chills. It's so fascinating. But we also discovered this tree is significant. That we found bushes and other places that they hang these things. They could be ribbons, or they could be colorful articles of clothing,
Fabric
or
and
their
beads.
bracelets, colorful bracelets or beads. And I think a picture right here of one of those images would signify this tree.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Okay.
I like the photo that you shared with me. That would be the perfect spot for it. Oh,
Great.
yeah, and then maybe a little explanation, I guess. A little pop-up button, maybe just to give some context.
Sure.
We'll find the meaning of it. We'll find out about the meaning of it.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be great filler. And then I guess the others will be, I like the architecture. Remember those cone-shaped
The temples.
buildings?
Yeah.
Temples, yeah.
Yeah.
That would
Fluted-
be,
fluted
we'll include
temples.
that here. Show, what, more of their culture right there, and maybe of the traditional, the clothing that they wore, if you want to break it up a little bit between these 3.
Yeah. I want to carry that discussion
I
a little further too. A couple of things I wanted to talk with you about that. For one thing, there's a video that I found, and I can send you the link, that shows where archaeologists have done photogrammetry on the destroyed temple, on a couple of the destroyed temples, and they have also created models of the temple before it was destroyed and then the temple after it was destroyed. And it would be fantastic if we could get those models in 3D. I mean, the actual models that we could put back in the backyard, so people can see the before and after of the temples. So that was just a thought I had. Now it would be, I believe, I've read the bios or the information about the people on the wall there. I would imagine some of those people would have access to some of those things where I would have a difficult time getting access to it. So that's just a thought.
So, maybe we could ask David Fletcher to see if he can do that, since he has the 3D modeling background and being able to replicate architecture.
Well, that's possible. I think it's more a matter of making contact with people that do it, that have done it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to the video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And the video also shows some really interesting footage of the people and explanation of what happened and how ISIS drove them out of their cities, out of their towns, and so on. So it's a really good video. 2 videos, actually. So that was one thing.
Okay.
The other is, and I have an image in the backyard I wanted to show you. Our partner, Bruno Zaffoni, converts 2D pictures into 3D pictures. And there's one image that we found that I think is just absolutely beautiful and perfect for what Bruno does. And so I'd like to, he will do that. He loves it. Except that all we have is a low resolution image. So again, I've tried to find a high resolution image. Maybe someone in your organization or the one of the others would be able to find a high resolution copy of that image. So that would be fantastic if we did that. You would be amazed.
Okay,
and I want to take you.
The best person would be Ryan from Nobody's Listening, because he has ties to those ethnic groups in that area. They're more likely to get the natives, the people there who are there, or the journalists are there to get the photos. So we can get the best quality of it, because a lot of it, you probably have to contact the media source anyways to find someone in, so at least they'll eliminate the middleman if we go that way.
And you'll
So
see what I mean. I
can
want to
ask him for
I want to show you the image. It's out in the, I have it on the out in the backyard
Well,
here, and
Before he does that, remember the paintings I sent you?
that. Yes.
I contacted the artist, and they're his people. He's Kurdish. I'm not sure if he's Yazidi, but it's all ethnically and I have contacted him.
Please
and
ignore
I gave
that.
him Dave's and I have given him Dave's and my email, and
Oh,
if
great.
he
That's wonderful.
responds, and I've mentioned to him about Bruno, because if Bruno can do his artwork in 3D like Bruno does, and I don't know if you've seen Dave's other galleries yet.
I wanted to
with
take you there today.
Bruno's, okay, with Bruno's
sure.
work,
Yes, we will.
because this man is world famous. He's incredibly good,
Oh,
and
good.
it opens up another dimension, another feeling of what you're looking at. And they're just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, I'm all for that.
Okay.
That's great that you contacted that artist. It would be cool to be able to feature that here, and
Sure.
because you want to have more content, you want to have more art here.
You have, I think, one of his pieces back there.
Which one was it?
This one.
Oh, Sadiq's right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, so it would make perfect sense to include his work, or more of his work here, or extend it. Either put it in a new spot or add another hallway or something.
Well,
Well,
if-
we
you can
have
do it
another
anyway.
idea for the backyard
Yeah.
Backyard too.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
So-
Before we leave here, this is sort of along the same line. We're having a difficult time with these.
Oh, the reliefs.
If you look at these, this is not actual. This is a depiction of what they did to other things. But this isn't one of the actual things they did it to.
This artist fabricated these artifacts.
It's
They're not
Right.
real.
Yeah, these are just plaster replicas of that. Right.
Yeah. So when you go to his website, you'll see that there's another version. That exact same starting thing there has different bullet holes in it. So he completely fabricated those. They're not real at all.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Just so you know.
I knew that from the beginning on their website. It said it was a replica.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is there a change of context that we need to say or something?
Well, I don't know.
Just
That's up to you. I just wanted to make you aware that if somebody kind of looked
People
into
will
it deeply, they'll say, "Hey,
Yeah.
that's fake," and it might affect the
Well-
the overall gallery impression. So just so you know.
Well, where it says ISIS bullet holes in Assyrian reliefs, in yellow it says plaster casts.
Yeah.
Maybe it should plaster cast replicas.
Yeah,
That would
maybe,
just
but even at that sort of
clear
implies that it's real, and it's not. The guy made 3 plaster casts of that thing, and then destroyed 2 of them with his own hands. Those
So it's
aren't
not an
casts of a
actual
real thing.
destructive piece that was done by ISIS.
And if you think about it,
Okay.
if you think about it, if he went and made a cast of a damaged piece of architecture, how did he get the original one that was not damaged? So
Right,
it just
that makes sense, right?
yeah, this just kind of brings up a lot of questions that I think are just sort of potentially damaging to the gallery.
Controversial.
Yeah. Just so you know,
Well,
I like it. I
because
think
it is something that they do really showcase in the front or the home page.
sure,
Of
and it's not.
their nobody's site. Maybe we should put something above here that says what it says on the website, like saying this is what it would look like, kind of thing, to add context.
Yeah, they don't acknowledge that though on the website.
They don't really.
No.
I mean, I thought it was kind of, but it's not.
I'll go
really.
read it
Okay.
again, but I went and looked at it, But anyway, not that it's not my decision, and whatever you and they decide is fine. But I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll
We
just come
wanted
up
to make
with
it
a PNG that says it kind of gives that disclaimer
Sure.
that this artist just made these renditions here
Yeah.
to
We
demonstrate.
can put that up above in the back there. Sure.
Demonstrate
the-
what
the-
happened to the reliefs on the buildings.
Right.
To demonstrate the brutality of what they did.
There,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Then it kind of covers all bases, you know. But, in case anyone wants to complain
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
You know,
And I was kind of
horrible
curious.
That may sound.
I was kind of curious about what is the actual size of those things too, because I can make it bigger. I can make it so that it fills up that alcove more.
I feel like they could be bigger. Like because it's really
Because
be
freezes
this close.
are freeze reliefs are about, they're huge.
Right. Yeah.
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 And I never knew or how well. Yeah, actually, I have some idea from Iraq culture. Their temples they're like, 2 people tall on their stone walls. So maybe we should at least make them twice as big, if the resolution is there. Because I don't know how big these source
Yeah.
images are. Yeah. Yeah, maybe let's try seeing them bigger. See whatever you can do, and if we need to get a better picture, then we're going to have to ask when David Fletcher is in London.
Yeah.
When they pull out the artifacts or the artwork from storage, he has to ask that. Let me take a look at these so I can take scans of these as well.
All right.
So I think that may
Cool.
have to happen anyways, right?
And one
he's
more
doing that
note
in
on
September.
Sadiq, if you do have or your group has a affiliation with him, we would need higher res of his paintings, high res pictures.
As a matter of
Okay.
fact, high res
Okay, that's
high res
nice.
of anything would be helpful. And I
Right,
imagine you know that.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Anything else in here?
No, I think everything else looks great. You really distributed the styles of the art nicely, so it flows well.
Good.
So yeah, I mean, you
Good.
know what you're doing, Dave. So yeah, we can look outside if you want to see
Sure.
what
Yeah.
else we could.
Yeah. Take a walk around the backyard.
Oh, by the way, when you're here, doesn't that look like a little monument right there?
It kind of does. Yeah.
And one more thought, when you're in here and you look through the window, I just noticed this yesterday, I thought it was so poetic. Right here, stand right where I am.
Oh, moon.
Yeah, and then you see that statue in the background that just, it's nothing, but it sort of looks like something.
If we can get a photogrammetry, I feel like we're leaning on David Fletcher a lot, but if we can get a scan of a monument or something to put there, or some kind of model, that'd be cool.
Exactly.
Right.
Those
And I
fluted
have some other
spires.
ideas in the backyard too,
Yeah.
as well
yeah,
as
those
Dave.
spires would be great.
Yeah. A fluted spire would be perfect.
Whoops.
Now there's a few possibilities back here. I would love to put the 3D models of the temple back here, before and after. Put them back in the
I
yard
would like
back
to
here,
see him up here,
or up there. Yeah.
Jen.
Oh,
I'll turn my phone
spot
down.
right there.
And then there's a spot here, and a spot here, and one over there. That any type of model would look really good back here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room back here. Realized.
Yeah, and use your
Okay.
imagination too about things that we could do back here. Marsha came in here and did all this when I wasn't looking, and I came in and I was awestruck. It just it really, really looks good, I think.
There you go.
Really enhances
I love
the
the
gallery.
work. Excellent
Yeah.
work.
Now that
In one of your places or something that we were looking at, I don't really quite remember when. I think it was a video he found, and it was a gallery. Outside, they have this seating arrangement with these seats, and it was like a seated place where people could talk, or someone could talk to them, like a lecture place.
I think it was called the discussion
And I
garden.
Yeah,
Or something
religious
like that.
That would be
discussion
so
garden
cool
or
to have
something.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Religious
yeah.
discussion garden,
Well-
right?
Almost like a little amphitheater here, and then there would be a big screen right here in the back wall right here.
Well, that might be a problem. We have a limited amount of videos and things that we can do, so we can give it a try, but not
How
sure.
many videos can you put in
Well,
here?
that one screen that
That's
I have
what we
out
have
in
to find
front, I
out.
can only do one of those, I think. But there's another possibility to do another thing. Marsha's
Well,
better
I
at it
thought
than I am.
we could do a web projector,
Web
but
projector.
somebody would have to be manning when you have an event. I mean, scheduled group.
Yeah.
Someone would have to be manning the computer to put that video up there. And do
Yeah,
it. So that's
The screen that's out in
That's
front runs
coordination.
autonomously, which is no problem. It just starts by itself and runs. But the web projector, somebody has to actually bring up something on their own computer and then project it into AltspaceVR to show up on that screen.
Right.
So yeah. So when somebody's doing actually like a tour, that'd be great if they know how to do that and want to set that up.
Okay, yeah, let's go with the projector idea. I love that.
Okay.
So it makes it more of an interesting visit for people who are coming in with groups of people.
And another possibility back here is to actually put up just some walls, floating walls, sort of like the banners in the gallery. Just have some floating banners or floating walls around here with additional images and information, anything you want to put up.
you don't want too many or too big of ones because then you lose your landscape perspective.
Right. And
But
pictures can,
utilizing all the back sides of the museum wall, the
Sure,
gallery walls, wouldn't distract from this.
right.
Okay,
Like that one.
fine.
Now that's the one I was talking about. I searched high and low.
I found this and I just love this picture.
There's no high res version available that I could find. That's like 400 by something, and I haven't found anything any bigger
yeah.
than that. And when Bruno does his magic, which you're going to see, that the high res makes such a difference. So, and he's aware of it. He knows about Yazidi people, and has seen the images before. And he said nothing really. There's not much high res available.
There is one other option, which is to use an AI generator, like was it Google Dream Generator, I think, where you can transform an image and do styles on it. That might really speed up that workflow instead of having to search for it and then having to hunt and ask people for high resolution paintings, when you can just basically recreate it using an AI, generator.
Well, I'll talk to Bruno.
Yeah.
If there's a way to make
Okay.
if there's a way to make it somehow, Bruno can do it. Bruno, by the way, is a professional graphics artist. He's retired. He's been doing it all his life. So he's very, very capable of things like that. So he's,
Well, I'd love to see what he can do. If we can take care of any of the incoming paintings that are too small and make them better, then problem solved.
yeah.
I
And he
love
has-
your AI thought. That would be putting in specific words and seeing what it generates. That way it's
Right, exactly.
original.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right. Well, there's one, the one that Google does is that you can use an existing image and just kind of apply a style on top of it so that the final output is going to be a higher resolution.
That's like what Nico
It's
does
good.
with the cats. Yeah.
So I guess we'll wait until after the graphic designers can do what he does, because I don't want to, ruin his parade. If he can,
Yeah.
can make some great art, then I'll leave that alone. So
Yeah.
that's just an option.
There's another AI site program called Mid Journey. It's called Mid Journey.
Yeah,
Do you use that?
I'm subscribed to that. So
Me too.
I'm
Yeah.
constantly putting in prompts to that, and yeah.
You might be able to get something out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty
I
wild.
think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
To create some stuff, but I'm not sure if I can really apply it to this place. Maybe for filler
Yeah.
content. I treat it more of an NFT kind of generation thing that I'm not sure how we can do.
Please visit nobodies-listening.com and be sure to donate page to help the organization to help the survivors of this genocide that is still going on 8 years later. Thank you very much.